அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். I am Lghsc Sherlin, Standard 7, studying Lghsc Girls Higher Secondary School. I am also a student of Junior IAS Academy.
நம்ம இன்னைக்கு ஹியூமன் anatomy லெசனில் gross anatomy, regional anatomy, systemic anatomyனா என்னன்னு டீட்டெயிலாக பார்க்கலாம். Welcome friends, pleasure morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about introduction of anatomy. In this lecture, first of all, I would like to clearly define the objectives of this lecture so that at the end of lecture you should be able to understand first the definition of anatomy, followed by the various subdivision of anatomy, normal anatomy position, various planes of the body, and terms of relations, various movement of the body. So we like to see one by one, which is actually listed here. Now first coming to the definition, what is anatomy? So what do you mean by anatomy? And you all know very well that once when we talk about anatomy, immediately what comes to our mind is the dissection or the dissection classes, which we encountered in the first MBBS course. Another apart, Anna, Tom or Tommy means and the cutting processes, the process of actually cutting and seeing is actually called as anatomy, and the same meaning also applies to the dissection. Dissection means you all know that sectioning. Section means cutting. So this is a part and sectioning process. So the process of cutting apart is actually called as dissection. So this is why applied to that anatomy and dissection go together. They cannot be separated because that is no anatomy without dissection. Now before going into the some basic of anatomy, just let us take to understand our human body is made up of. So here clearly demarcated is started from the molecular level. It will start from simple molecules. So basically this molecular start are certain atom, and these molecules, what happens, they try to form certain chemical compounds, or again we call them molecules, such as protein molecules, fat molecules, carbohydrate molecules, minerals, and vitamins. Now these molecules, especially we all know that protein molecules are indispensable. They are responsible for the various functions or the cell. They synthesize so many hormones or enzymes, all those things. What happens next to these molecules? They are the contents of the cell. So, cell and the organs mainly consist of these slowly. If you see that cells are group of cells when actually to that form the tissue. So, tissue is actually a selection of cell